In the beginning of 2022, I made playing live poker tournaments my full-time job. Coming from the humbling online streets, I decided that I was better off taking my knowledge to the live tables. My name is Kenny Nicoletti, and here's my journey. Today we're going to be playing an event near my hometown, Little Rock, Arkansas. It's going to be at the Saracen Casino Resort in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's my first time visiting this casino, and they pretty much just opened nearly 2 years ago. The poker community is growing in this area, and what better thing to do during the holidays than to take a shot at one of my hometown poker tournaments. I believe this is the only casino that has a poker room in Arkansas, and I'm excited to participate. The event is a $350 buy-in with a $30,000 guarantee. There will be 3 day 1 flights and a day 2 playing down to a winner. We brought $1,500 with us, and we're ready to fire. We start with $30K in chips, and the goal is to just bag with more than $30K. On our first bullet at level 4, we're in the low jack with 3/4 spades. We make a loose open to 800. Button calls, big blind calls, and we get a flop of ace 10 3, 1 spade, 2 clubs. We all check around, and the turn comes the queen of spades. Big blind checks, I check, and button now bets 2,300. Big blind makes the call, and with a spade draw and a pair, I make the call as well. The river comes the ace of spades, and we have a small flush. Big blind now leads for 3,500, and I think about raising, but with the board being paired, I just make the call. Now button raises to 11,000. Big blind folds, and I'm in a spot that just sucks. My flush is never good here, but what if he's doing this with trip aces? I make the call, and I'm shown the bad news with ace 10 offsuit. Now it's level 8 with blinds at 800, 800, 400, and we have ace 9 off in the cutoff. We chip down to about 13,000, and we get an open limp from middle position. I have about 13,000 behind, and that's only about 15 big blinds. So I go ahead and go with it. We go all in. It folds back to the middle position, and he calls with pocket fives. The run out goes king, jack, jack. The turn is the 3 of spades, and the river is a king. Let's go. My opponent makes a big fuss and seems so mad about getting counterfeited. Until...
You alright? I can give it to him. No, you're too close.
Oh shit! I thought.
No, you loaded.
Oh, I thought I went. I'm sorry.
Jack's full.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I thought it was.
No,
I thought it was
He got me
too.
He got me too.
Yep, that's right. I thought I won it based on how my opponent reacted, but then later realized that river was not a king of diamonds, it was the jack of diamonds. On to the next bullet. For the second bullet, we sit down again with 30K, it's level 8, and we make the biggest triple barrel punt of our lives. We get pocket 9s on the button, and I am having camera troubles. Hijack limps 1K, and I re-raise to 4K. Hijack calls, it's heads up, and our flop is king, queen, 5, rainbow. Hijack checks, and I c-bet for 3,000. Hijack calls, and the turn is the 7 of diamonds. Hijack checks again, and I'm just hoping he has a queen that he can fold, maybe some kind of queen jack. So I bet 7,000, and hijack now calls again. The river is an 8. Hijack checks again, and I know I cannot show down 9s here. So I shove the remaining of my 16K, I turn my 9s into a bluff, and hijack tank calls with ace-king off. Yeah, on to the third bullet. For the third bullet, all I really remember is running into aces when I had kings, and I decided that we're just not going to go over that footage. So you probably know how that bullet went. And on to the fourth bullet. Can the poker god help me now? Now finally, on our fourth bullet, we find some traction. It's our last bullet we can afford, and we finally have a shot at bagging this tournament. We spun it up to 103,000, and I turn on the camera. It's level 11, and I'm in the big blind with ace-king offsuit. I have about 103,000, and we get a low jack limp, a high jack limp, and a small blind complete. Everyone has about 15 to 20 big blinds, and I go with just shoving ace king off here. Low jack folds, high jack folds as well, and the small blind tank calls with only about 15,000 behind. The small blind shows ace nine offsuit. Let's hold.
15 all in. Let's see him.
Yeah.
Ace king.
That's what I figured.
Oh, my hand would have won.
Seriously recording.
Ace king.
Let's go. We get a nice little chip stack pushed our way and onto our next hand. It's now level 11. We are in the big blind again with ace 10 of diamonds. Cutoff limps 3,000. Button raises to 15,000. He only has about 50,000 behind. And I go ahead and take ace 10 suited here and squeeze it all in. I'm not worried about cutoff's hand, but I am a bit worried that button has a big hand. However, it goes fold, fold, nice takedown. We're really close to a bag, 26 left, 15 bag tonight. Later on, I pick up king, queen of hearts on the button. Under the gun limps, hijack limps, and I raise it to 16,000. It looks like we're just punishing these limpers, so we do not mind getting called, but when big blind calls, we're a bit worried because it kind of sounds like he has pocket jacks here. So, big blind calls, under the gun folds, and hijack folds as well. It's heads up, and the flop comes ace of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 4 of hearts. Big blind checks, and I check for pot control. Let's hit a jack. The turn comes the queen of spades, and big blind now bets 15,000. I make the call, and the river comes the 7 of clubs. Big blind checks, and I really consider looking for value here. I doubt he has an ace by the way he played it. However, I do end up checking, and he shows pocket jacks. Definitely missed value, but still a nice pot. It's now level 12, and we're down to 19 players left. We're so close to a bag, and guess what? Yep, that's right. We look down at pocket kings. Middle position limps. Button now raises to 20,000, and he has about 50,000 behind. So, with pocket kings in the big blind, I shove, middle position folds, button calls. Let's see a run out.
Cowboys. Teams. Pulling your feather man. Ace nine.
Let's freaking go. We have a massive stack now, and we've got a top 3 stack in this tournament. I'm so happy because after 4 bullets, I can see day 2 being right around the corner. Still at level 12, with 18 players left, we're on the final 2 tables, and we get pocket 5s from the hijack. I open it up to 10K, cutoff now shoves 42K, and it folds back to me. I'm priced in, hoping it's just ace king or ace queen, so we call and see the bad news of pocket jacks. Let's see a run out.
Oh.
Damn, we couldn't suck out, but still, we have a top 3 stack at our table. No sweat. Now, right before the break, still level 12, we get a spot in the big blind with pocket jacks. Hijack limps, cutoff now shoves for 37,000. I go ahead and shove, hijack folds, and we have another run out.
Ace 7.
Let's go! We go on break and we only need 2 more players to bust until we can bag up for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're playing for over $20,000 tomorrow, and I'm currently chip leading this flight. My plan is not to get out of line and guarantee that bag for tomorrow. So after a lot of bullying the table with my chip lead, I couldn't believe my eyes when I looked down in the big blind with pocket kings. We're still 2 players away, and we get an open from the second biggest stack. In the cutoff, he opens it up to 25,000. My heart's beating. I'm not sure if I should be excited or scared shitless, but I'm honestly excited because of how strong my hand is. I go for the 3-bet to 75,000, and this player tanks for the longest time before ultimately going all in. I'm speechless. I can't fold kings here, right? No way. If I call and lose, I'll be down to less than 5 big blinds. If I call and win, I seriously have a shot at winning over 20 grand. Wow, this is a big spot.
Yep, I gotta go with it.
Jacks? You got jacks?
We'll square it later.
His aces, yeah.
All right, we got a foot race. Gentlemen.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
On once. Nice. You want to record this too?
Oh. Nice. Nice. Wow.
Wow, indeed. My heart's broken. The dream felt so close. But I couldn't fold the pocket kings. And now I'm down to 5 big blinds with 2 players still left to bust for the bag. And finally, about 3 hands later, I find an open jam spot with queen jack off.
All in. Deuce, deuce. 22,000.
Call 22.
Call it.
Just us?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, I'm behind. I had queen 9 suited.
On once. Nice.
Nah, you voted up. You're voted up. It don't matter. Yep.
Good game. We went from chip leading the day 1 flight to bubbling it at 17th place for $0. That one definitely stung. But hey, we're going to let that one stay in 2022 and come back strong in 2023. Let me know in the comments what you would do with the pocket kings in that spot. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the felt.